Hello again YouTube, welcome back to Let's Play Insaniquarium Deluxe. And it begins again. So here we have Nico in her little cove place. In each tank there's always a place for Nico to go. I think she's the only stationary pet in the entire game, everything else just moves around the tank. Typically, every early tank's level just starts off with this. Buy more guppies, feeding them up, waiting for them to grow. Always a slow start. Pearl worth 250 was that? So that is quite a lot. Well, later on it's near useless. Of course we are working with dollars here. I think it's an American game. I think Popcap is American. But I'm sure we'll cope. I'm not being mean, I just like the British pound. Grow, you fools. So I think the plan is that after these next two episodes I will be doing some other games as well, just to go alongside my Let's Play. Here comes an alien, crashing in the water. As you can see, Stinky's all afraid, for no reason at all. So, usually, some coins will still be dropping after an alien attack starts. That's why Stinky is quite annoying in the fact that he can't gather those last few coins that fall while you're distracted by the alien. Just max out our food, hold down the... Yep, it's telling me to auto-feed again. Not too sure why. I should probably introduce this new fish. It's a carnivore. I believe it drops better coins. I'm not sure whether it's diamonds or not at this point, but it costs 1,000 to buy. But he does have to occasionally eat baby guppies. Anything second stage or larger won't be eaten by the carnivore, so you've got to keep on remembering to buy that, which can be annoying and they tend to die. So let's buy our first one. Here he is. Let's just buy a guppy to make sure that he can eat when he can. Here we are, a diamond worth 200. So generally you don't want to have lots of money stashed up at once. You always want to be buying more fish, because then that essentially just multiplies exponentially. We have another alien. I believe it's the same one. Yep, diamond. Fish don't need to eat during alien attacks because you have to focus on killing the alien. It would be nightmarish if you had to do that when aliens are attacking. Here we have a weapon which costs 1,000 to upgrade at this point, but there's not really much point at this stage in the game, because look, see, 2,000 just buys an egg piece, so you may as well not bother. Besides, we can easily kill the alien. It really doesn't take much time to do that. Make sure there are plenty of guppies for the carnivore. Nope, about half my fish are going green. Wonderful. Got some progress. Seem to be starving half of my fish, because I tend to focus on other things, especially if I'm trying to commentate as well. You may have noticed that in other Let's Plays it is actually quite hard to concentrate on a game while commentating, or at least trying to be half entertaining. But never mind. So you might be able to expect some Minecraft videos coming up, possibly, or I might do a Spore tutorial on terraforming soon. And there we go. We have Itchy the Swordfish. Itchy helps you by attacking aliens when they appear. That is essentially it. His only purpose, and he only does a little bit of damage to aliens. So, fairly useless. There are more useful pets, but at least we now have a full 3 for level 1-4. So, I imagine this level, having just given us a supporting fighter fish, will introduce another alien or have a stronger alien in this tank. as you can see, because the price of the eggs are going up every level. That last one was 2,000. You only get 250 from Nico, so there's not too much point in keeping her around for much longer. I believe most of the pets are male, just judging by a lot of their names, but Nico's quite obviously female because they put lipstick on an oyster. Feed, feed. There we go. 1-4. I'm not sure whether that is the last level of this tank or not, but we'll see. Definitely looking forward to getting one of my favourite pets fairly soon. One of them you get quite early, and of course the very last one is the very best pet, which you should always choose. But we'll get onto that later. Now we've just got to keep on feeding up these fish. Enemy approaching. Okay. Here we go. Yep, and it's some kind of lion demon thing. I'm sure it could scare you as a child. Oh no, not enough money. You may notice that I've turned up the game sound for this episode because I thought I was pretty much talking over it last time. So I'll see how loud this one is and I'll turn it up or down, ready for the third episode. I'm just going to be filming these and uploading them as I go along. That'll give you time to comment in between each one with any suggestions about pets to choose and stuff like that. Just keep gathering. As you can see at this point, Stinky's fairly useless because I'm just picking up all the coins anyway. Keep gathering. Later on you will need to buy that fully. I believe it can go up to 9 or 10 for the maximum that you can just stream down at once, but at this point not too bothered. As you can see, possibly with the last one, you do need to sort of buy all the things along here to be able to unlock the next thing. So I have to buy this at some point in the level to unlock the egg so that I can actually buy it. That's the sort of... Oh dear. There you go. One of my fish was eaten because they swim right towards the alien. For no purpose whatsoever. Let's buy a carnivore. Feed my dying fish. So as you can see, there's a fair amount of fish in the tank at the moment, but if there are any more, then it does become quite hectic to pick up all the coins. You have to be a fairly fast clicker if you want to be able to do all this. Diamond, yeah. Right, there you can see, egg piece worth 3,000. That's going to cost 9,000 in total to actually complete the level, so I'm going to need to buy some more guppies. Yeah, that is quite a lot, but you do just have to buy them in large batches and then just feed them straight away. Let's buy a couple more of those so that I can keep feeding them. They might die if they don't swim toward that food quickly. Good. There we go. Let's get another carnivore. The only real purpose of these other fish is to sort of unlock up to the next stage of buying stuff. But generally, you don't need them because they're just annoying. You may as well just buy 10 guppies for the same amount. And there one goes. No control over where the fish are swimming. There we go. Buy a piece. Buy a load more guppies. That's generally the chain. Oh, there you saw him go yellow because he was lacking guppies and I hadn't bought any in a while. Keep feeding them. Because I've got such good food, the little guppies grow to medium level within 2 pieces of food. So I do have to fairly constantly keep buying them, which can get annoying if you're quite lazy. Which I can be, but we don't have to cover that today, do we? I'm just gonna gather more. Just waiting for the final thing, and that's enough. And here we have one of my favourite pets, Prego the mama fish. Prego helps populate your tank by giving birth to a new baby guppy every so often. Basically lots of free guppies, and it ensures if you're distracted later on with complications of the level, you can just have them constantly being refilled in your tank. So she helps you not really lose. Also, she does produce a baby guppy all the time, so that can feed any carnivores. Generally, if you have about 3 of them and they're all starving, and then she produces one, they'll just all race over and compete for it. You don't really want to have your expensive fish dying, because that is missing out on quite a lot of money. Anyway, so I am going to end the episode here, and I will see you next time.